So closely related to equivalence relation, there is something called partial order, which we shall see now. A binary relation R is a partial order if it satisfies three properties. One is reflexive, followed by antisymmetric, and the third one is transitivity. If it is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, we call it as an equivalence relation. Reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive, we call it as a partial order. And let us consider this example. A is 1, 2, 3, and R is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. It turns out that this is reflexive and it is antisymmetric. AB, BA is present, and A and B are one and the same. So antisymmetricity says if AB is present and BA is also present, then A and B must be one and the same. It is clearly transitive, therefore it is a partial order. Let's look at this example, and it is a reflexive relation, and if AB is present and BA, only then you ask for A equals B. And here it's just AB, so it is clearly an antisymmetric relation. Transitive as well. Transitive says AB and BC, so here you just see AB. So this is transitive, therefore it is a partial order. If you consider this, you see that it is not reflexive because 2, 2, 3, 3 is missing, and it is antisymmetric transitive. Since it is not reflexive, it is not a partial order. And R equals A cross A, it will not be antisymmetric because you find, for example, both 1, 2 and 2, 1. So it is not antisymmetric, therefore it is not a partial order. And in the context of equivalence relations, we asked if R1 is an equivalence relation and R2 is an equivalence relation, what about relations such as R1 intersection R2, R1 union R2, and so on. Let's ask similar question in this context as well. So we wish to know whether R1 intersection R2 or R1 union R2 a partial order, given the fact that these two are partial orders. This is something we have shown before. If R1 is reflexive and R2 is reflexive, we know that union is reflexive and intersection is also. And if R1 is antisymmetric and R2 is antisymmetric, then the intersection is antisymmetric, but the union need not be. For example, if R contains 1, 2 and 2, 1, and R1 is 1, 2, and R2 is 2, 1, which means R contains 1, 2 and 2, 1, but it is not antisymmetric. R1 as such is antisymmetric, R2 as such it is antisymmetric, but their union is not. Similarly, R1 is transitive, R2 is transitive, but their union is not. So since antisymmetry as well as transitivity fails, and the intersection is not, intersection is a partial order, union is not. So this is not a partial order, and intersection, yes, it is a partial order. If the relation is a partial order, then the underlying set, we call it as a poset. So partially ordered set, so in short it's called poset. So just like equivalence relation, if R1 is a partial order, R2 is a partial order, their union need not be a partial order, whereas intersection is always. Okay. Now one can ask, are there relations which are respecting both equivalence relation properties as well as partial order? So given a set, we want to know R such that R is an equivalence relation and R is a partial order. Are there such relations? Let's look at this. So it is an equivalence relation and a partial order, so it has to respect reflexivity. So we should have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is symmetric as well. This is transitive. This is also antisymmetric. So this is an equivalence relation and as well as a partial order. Now, apart from this, let's assume now R1 is an equivalence relation and a partial order. Let us look for something which is different from R1. Apart from this, can we include any other pair, say 1, 2? 1, 2 is fine. This will give antisymmetric property. Is this reflexive? Yes. And is this antisymmetric? Yes. How about symmetricity? So symmetricity is not there. But supposing you want to bring symmetricity, then what will happen? You may include 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1. So this is reflexive, symmetric, yes, but antisymmetric fails. So what is this telling you? This is telling you that A comma B such that A not equals B, A comma B belonging to R such that A not equals B is not possible. Because the moment you include A comma B, and you are forced to bring B comma A to satisfy symmetricity. But the moment you bring B comma A as well, then what happens? Antisymmetry fails. So what is possible is you can only include A comma B such that A and B are one and the same. So what is the possibility? Possibility is A comma B belongs to R such that A equals B. So which means the only relation that is in general, you are given a set of size n, the only relation which is reflexive, symmetric, antisymmetric, transitivity, in particular the one that satisfies equivalence relation as well as a partial order is this relation 1, 1, 2, 2, so on up to n. And there are no other relations that satisfy these two.